What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the new episode of The Toss Up. Welcome back again to the new channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. And also, if you're listening this on Google Podcasts, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts, thank you, because you're amazing. And with that being said, my name is Jiven. On my right here, this is called Leonard.
Yo, what up, everybody?
You saw how I introduced? I said this is called Leonard.
Yeah.
I don't even consider him as a human at this point. Okay, on my far right, we have Mr. Ian Stephen Ong.
What's up?
His hairstyle keep changing for every episode, man.
Yeah, of course.
Style mannavan lah. See, all three wearing cap except he.
No cap.
Lion.
No cap.
No cap.
Okay, last but not least, unfortunately, we have the Kung Fu master here who doesn't do any
Unfortunate lah to have me.
Mr. Kris J. Harris.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
I think this is the first time I said your full name, no? Kris J. Harris.
KJ Harris.
Kris J. Harris. With that being said, Ian, what do we have today?
Let me guess, it's an amazing story.
It's going to be a crazy story.
Interesting one. But
It's interesting.
for today, we're going to be covering some stories from Fraiser's Hill.
Oh, dang.
Roll the card.
So for today's episode, we're going to be talking about a place in Malaysia that's infamous for hauntings and paranormal sightings, Fraiser's Hill. Now, not all spirits seen in Fraiser's Hill are said to be bad. In fact, there is a well-known legend of a spirit called the White Dato'. In the story, people who have claimed to see a man dressed in all white roaming around the forest. But apparently, the White Dato' is a harmless spirit, mostly minding his own business and not causing any harm to hikers.
That doesn't seem like a dato lah.
Yeah, that is true. Wait,
That doesn't seem like a dato.
this Dato is a title or he's a grandfather? Which is it?
Yeah.
If it's a title, he would harm someone lah for sure.
Is it D-A-T-O or D-A-T-U-K?
D-A-T-O.
Oh!
Nah, it don't make sense lah.
Is this a white guy as a dato? That's why they
Yeah,
call it white dato?
plus someone is white. That's impossible.
Maybe he's
The only Malays get Dato here.
The dato ship actually goes to anybody who can pay for it. Shah Rukh Khan has dato ship.
Yeah.
I think it only goes for Malay fella, is it?
Jackie Chan also
Jackie
have
Chan,
what?
sir, right? Yeah, I think Jackie Chan has it.
Jackie Chan has dato ship. That's the
Dato Jackie. When you address him, must say Dato Jackie.
dato. Imagine like people actually do that. Right? Jackie
Dato
Chan
Jack.
does that, right? They get dato. He's just looking around. He doesn't know people calling him dato.
And the fact that these titles don't mean anything when they're not in Malaysia, I just don't know what to say.
Do you have any respect for a dato?
Even like I don't think Shah Rukh Khan puts his Dato
No,
on
but the
his
thing is, this
title,
is a very olden tradition. Like the back in the day, also people used to give to the other country people like
Some
yeah.
of the titles.
Titles and stuff.
But I know you can buy the title. lah.
I feel like the only title that I would want to go for is Sir.
Oh.
It's the same thing. Dato.
No.
But
No. Sir
That has value.
is in England, right? Sir is one of the highest titles. The Queen herself gives the title.
You
to
need to be knighted.
It's like a knighted kind of thing, and it's so hard to get.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I think Beckham is Sir, right?
Yeah.
Eh?
Beckham has it.
I'm not sure,
David
but
Beckham has
I know Hamilton is lah.
Hamilton, and I know Rowan Atkinson also, right?
yeah. I
Yeah,
remember.
Rowan
Atkinson
Atkinson
has
also. So it's very, very, very rare to get the title. Here they just give you all the title as free. I think
You bayar, you dapat lah macam tu. Senang
actually, you know,
gitu.
in India also got. It's
What?
called Padma Shri. Padma Shri.
Oh, Padma Shri, yeah.
Padma Bhushan. Rajinikanth has it. And Kamal Hassan
Kamal
has it.
Hassan.
There's some
Okay.
vibration on the table.
Vikram also. have it.
Vikram was a good movie, guys. Please go watch
No,
it.
Vikram. I mean the Vikram, the actor.
Oh, okay.
That is just one example. But let's get into the stories of the hauntings at Fraiser's Hill. Story 1. Silverpark Resort. This is a story about the Silverpark Resort in Fraiser's Hill, which is a white chalet-style resort that most of us recognize in the area. Because of it being so isolated, many people have sensed strange presence, and they've even seen figures here and there. One family of 4 went for a vacation with their caretaker at the resort. However, that took an unexpected turn. When asked the caretaker about the story, she said she felt children pulling her hair at night. when she was trying to sleep.
It could be her own child.
The way he said it, it could be your own child. Because just because you don't have hair, you don't know you don't know how the mother suffered, okay?
You don't feel it, so what do you mean? Simply saying.
You got no hair, you think you will know, is it?
I have hair all around my body except my head.
Nobody's gonna pull that
Fucker,
hair.
you will never know the
Yeah.
feeling of getting pulled, okay?
I used to.
They pulled it a bit too much.
Okay, let me start from here. She said she felt children pulling her hair at night when she was trying to sleep. When she woke up, she saw that there was no one else in the room. There were also sounds of balls rolling across the floor, people on the balcony, and even footsteps can be heard when all the family members had already gone to sleep. And if that wasn't bad enough, the temperature of the room would go from one extreme to another, a matter of minutes. There was clearly no logical explanation for this, so the family ditched the trip and came home.
Okay, I just want to ask to this ghost, if you're listening or watching us, how would you handle a person like Kris with no hair?
They will still pull the hair, but not from the head.
What?
Yeah.
What? Where?
You
Yeah.
explain it properly,
The
babe.
ghost knows.
I hope you're talking about
Hey,
it.
you know how you look, right? You look like
Yeah.
one foot like the pelvic is going up.
I'm like, more.
Kris is the one person I know that likes being pulled.
Pulled,
Yeah. I have no idea why.
He took the meaning of Mairu Pudungra. Okay, but the temperature went from one extreme to another extreme. So when they say one extreme to another extreme, is it like cold to normal, or cold to extremely hot?
Like,
There's no
like
extremely
from-
hot in Fraser's Hill, right? It's cold there, right?
I mean, it's a ghost pulling
Yeah.
hair.
I think the lady has blood pressure.
Why?
Because when you have blood pressure, you have
August is in Fraser's Hill, right?
yeah.
Then
So you suddenly feel very hot and suddenly you feel cold because the blood pressure.
Okay, fair enough. How do you explain the hair
Makes
pulling?
sense.
How do you explain the hair pulling? She pulled her own hair, say?
I said it could be her children. Then she doesn't notice.
But there was nobody around. Maybe her hair got stuck, right? And she
How do you
nightmares, right?
how
And she
do you-
just pulled herself.
Yeah, it could be.
How do you explain the sound of balls?
Ah.
Sound of balls. Not one ball, huh? It's balls, huh?
Yeah, literally balls rolling across the floor.
Somebody was wanking in the other room.
It could be her husband.
Story 2. Mr. Fraiser in the bathroom.
Isn't that the series Fraiser? Have you all seen the episode? There's a sitcom, I mean.
Yeah,
I sound-
there is a sitcom. Like.
I sound very old right now.
You
But
are very old.
I'm not that old. You all are not very far off from me, by the way. I sound, because my dad watches sitcom a lot and I grew up watching sitcom a lot. There's a sitcom called Fraiser and there's an episode titled Fraiser in the Bathroom.
Oh.
Maybe
I
the
don't
name
remember
after
that.
it.
Yeah, maybe it's the same thing.
People copycat. Lah. Tell me the story. Maybe it's an episode of Fraiser.
Yeah.
This story came from a woman named Rokia, who retold the story of her Fraser Hill trip from over 10 years ago. She went from a company trip where they had reserved one of the bungalows for everyone. She shared a room with two of her co-workers. At around 6:30 p.m., they all decided to walk around and enjoy the fresh air at Fraser's Hill.
6:30 a.m.
PM.
PM. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody went 6:30 a.m. fresh air at 6:30 a.m. I would suspicious. Lah.
I mean, technically, you should walk at 6:30 a.m.
In
Fraser.
Malaysia, in Fraiser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you get robbed or anything,
No, in Fraser's is like damn chill.
yeah, damn
it's damn
chill.
nice actually to walk there.
really?
At that time, yes.
6:30 a.m. now.
When the sun starts
You
to
do know
rise.
we're talking about the hauntings in Fraser Hill, right?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't really give the vibe that 6:30 a.m. I should go.
The whole 6:30 a.m. is when the ghost, this thing, right, goes and sleep.
Yeah.
6:30, yeah?
Yeah.
The ghost tell you, is it?
Their shift is like from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. or something.
No, lah.
Right.
The shift actually start at 12.
No, it's like
12 until before sunrise.
Yeah, lah.
based on Chinese teaching, start at 3.
Oh, okay.
Three. Oh yeah. No, it's not only Chinese. Even the Western one also 3.
Oh, 3. Okay. On her walk, she picked a few beautiful flowers to put in the bathroom. As she opened the bathroom door, she couldn't believe her eyes. She saw a white man soaking himself in the bathtub.
There's a white Dato lah. Dato lah.
Maybe it's Kelsey Grammer for Mr. Fraiser.
Fucking pervert Dato. I knew it.
Could have been that Fred just entered the wrong room when he was drunk, took a shower. He was trying to like sober up or something, you know.
Because Leonard has done it before.
Yeah.
You all think I'm
done
joking?
it, lah, so.
He looked like he was relaxing with his eyes closed and didn't notice her presence. The woman was so stunned, she ran out of the bathroom with goosebumps on all over her arms.
Because she saw a bum.
Maybe she saw more than a bum. She woke one of her friends up and they went to check the bathroom together. When they went back, there was nothing there. It was totally empty. Even the bathtub had no water in it. Everything seems normal as if no one had entered. Rokia couldn't even sleep properly as she was hearing voices calling out her name, and every time she shut her eyes, she felt like someone was watching her. She finally left the hotel and vowed to never return and never pick flowers from the area anymore.
I just thought about the ghost. Saying a name like Rokia all the time.
Yeah.
Macam mana nak kacau ni?
Can you think like how would it say? Rokia. Or what do you say? Ro. Which one? A or B?
I think A lah.
A lah. We go full name lah.
We go full name.
Rokia. Rokia.
And she has a...
Rokia.
and the thing is, right, she has such a beautiful, haunting name, you know. You know, it's like, you know, horror movies, you need a beautiful name for a ghost. She has the name.
Yeah. Maybe the ghost jealous lah because she has the good nice horror.
So here's the thing that I'm a bit confused. You saw somebody in the shower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's a
bathtub.
white man, right? So I don't know how you all imagine this white man, but imagine a really fat guy. Okay? I imagine a really fat guy. Because it was imagine it's Kris Hemsworth taking the bath. I don't think so she'll be having
She won't
goosebumps.
run away,
She
right?
won't run away.
Yeah, that
She
is
probably
true.
would join him.
That is true.
She will come every year, not watch to go there.
Okay? But this one would have looked like maybe like Putin
Okay.
or Trump. Okay?
All right.
Okay, maybe it's like a Trump lah.
Older
Maybe it's like
man.
Trump. Yeah.
Look like Trump. And she got shocked. She ran. She came back.
He probably said, grab her in the pussy. That's what Trump said, right? That's what Trump said, right? You know, right?
I know.
Trump
That
said
was
that.
what-
I know Trump said that. But at this point, it felt like you said it. Either way, as I was saying, the flowers that she picked, right? Could it be a white guy like keeping the flowers there and then decided to haunt her, right? It should be like a female, right?
Yeah.
I just feel like
Because I
this-
watch horror movies, right? So usually the female ghosts that don't like when people take the flowers.
I just feel like this whole
This
story
cannot
is
be.
a bullshit way. That's what I felt lah.
It's a bullshit story.
Yeah,
It's
because she went out walking 6:30 p.m. Collected the flowers and all. By the time you got back home, let's say max 9 p.m. Okay, 9 p.m. She went and put the flowers in the toilet and all. Came out and her friends were already sleeping. Okay, the first thing is I don't think people sleeps at 9 p.m. when you're in Fraiser's. The second thing is, like I said, the ghosts don't start their shift yet. So this is a bullshit story.
Does the story says that 9 p.m.?
No.
They went out 6:30 p.m.
But it didn't say.
It didn't say what time.
It's a
but
white ghost lah. It's a white ghost.
you
Maybe they're
estimate.
having jet lag.
Time
difference.
Okay. No, time zone.
Time zone different.
Okay,
He thought he was in UK.
Makes sense.
12-hour difference.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes
He
sense.
thought the shift just only ending, so he decided to shower. Or maybe he was getting ready for his shift.
Getting ready.
That's why he's showering. I want to start a fresh day.
What's the point? Nobody can smell you, right? So here's the thing though. I've read this somewhere. This is completely going off topic, but I've read this somewhere that there are a lot of parallels around us. That means like you know how in Doctor Strange there's mirror dimension?
Yeah.
Interstellar.
So they say it's like
Glitch.
a glitch. So they say, right, as humans, we only can perceive 3D space, 4D space.
Okay.
We can feel things and everything, but there's such thing as 5D space, right? So the
fifth
thing is,
dimension.
right, fifth dimension, right? But the thing is, right, sometimes what happens is when a point, right, like let's say the Fraiser Hills, right, it crosses a sort of like a dimension or something, right?
Yeah.
It creates echoes. It creates sort of like an echo, which either can be a visual echo,
Yeah.
which is like maybe what you saw, or could be what do you call it? Audio echo. So audio echo is something that I think all of us have felt it before.
Yeah, but
It's
because someone calls your name.
calls your name, because you know what happens? We are accustomed to that surrounding that our mothers or somebody called us. The visual, the audio echoes around it. So like, you know, sometimes you feel like when you go to a certain area, you feel like somebody's calling you. Because in previous time, somebody would have called you. So that it echoes back.
Yeah.
That because it creates a certain point, that creates the exact situation, that echo comes back.
That's more like a memory though.
Yeah. It's not like a memory. It's
Yeah.
because memory is something that you think about. But this is like unaware to you. Like suddenly you hear somebody call you, or somebody you feel like somebody's watching you. You know, those kind of things. It's an echo. And I read this theory I watched it on YouTube. And I felt like, oh, this actually makes sense. And I think this could be the basis of why people think there's ghosts.
But if you experienced it,
I experienced the audio echo. I
Yeah,
think
that
everyone
one-
when someone calling your name lah.
calling my name
Yeah.
or like but I realized that I started rethinking about this experience again, and I felt like, yeah, I was in this situation before. Like it's, you know, people say deja vu,
Yeah.
something like that. And I think it's all this echo. And you know, it could be the reason why ghosts exist, why people think ghosts exist. I mean, this is the most scientific way I can accept this,
Yeah.
because I don't believe in ghosts.
But I used to see it because I used to believe it. So I used to see it. But I don't now. So
You don't see it anymore.
Because
I don't
it's-
see it anymore.
Can you
doesn't
believe
believe.
yourself right now? I see that.
I even forced myself to say, okay, I believe ghosts, there's a ghost. I can't. So
maybe they're just not a ghost at that point, lah.
Yeah.
Maybe go to Fraiser Hill.
I tried all kind of things, even the word Ouija board, all kind of
Maybe they are this thing.
Ouija board, yeah, Ouija board. So
Ouija board. Ouija board.
Ouija board?
Ouija board.
Okay.
Enna Gio.
Malaysia, whatever G, okay? Whatever G board.
G spot.
G spot. It is. Okay. I played the G spot, but nothing came out.
I'm speechless.
Okay, come to the topic. That okay, so I asked some people. They say that your chi level has to be balanced.
China tupu தானே?
So they say that in Chinese belief that your chi level changes as you age. So when you're young, your chi is very low. But also chi gets low when you are very weak, when you're sick. Also when women's going through
Yeah.
their periods and everything, that's why the women's always get possessed, according to them.
So I solved this already.
Yeah.
You just need to go to Thailand.
Why? I need to get period, is it?
You get a sex operation, then maybe you can watch back.
So no, the thing is, I tried all the thing. Even you get tired, I get after production, every time you get extremely tired.
Yeah, it's good.
Your chi level is the most.
Okay,
One bar.
Okay, let's be honest.
I think I know what happened.
Yeah.
They are just ghosting you.
They're like, this guy? No.
Okay, let's be honest. I will tell you how Kris is in a production. Okay? He's the fella, he won't get tired. The moment there's food there, the fella's the only fella eating there all the time. And he has so much energy. The most tired will be sometimes it will be me, because I won't be eating. And I'll be like, have you eaten? Yeah, I eat already. And I'll be like, you didn't wait for me? No. Need to ready the next shot already. Go get ready. And just the next shot ready. Eat lah. He's the most energetic person. You can tell me so. I'm the most tired after production.
No, the thing is, not all the productions like that. I work for outside people also, outside other show. The other production is not as generous.
Not as generous.
So I'm complimenting you, Give me more food.
But that's not what you say during shoots,
Of course, I cannot tell because then once I say give me food, then it feels like I'm just working for the food, right?
You are.
That is what you do. That is what you're doing.
I cannot say like, hey, Jiven, give me food.
We work to
I
survive,
work.
so food is our survival thing.
Yeah.
Is that the story for this?
No,
it's still going on.
We still have one more story.
No, wait. The story does not. That's it.
Yeah, that one, that's it. They packed up and then, they
What?
vowed to
Rohit?
never- Rokia just
Rokia.
basically vowed to never
Yeah.
return this place.
Okay, you just got an illusion, lah.
Yeah, Rukia, you dumb lah. Dumb bitch lah you.
Why?
Stupid, right?
Like, I can add a little bit of something here. I said, previous episodes of Toss Up, we talk about spirits and energy. And I do believe that there is energy. So sometimes the walls absorb energy, So sometimes memories can be in the walls too. It always happens to a lot of old buildings and everything. When you enter, you feel a presence and all that kind of thing. Because and their energy or the previous owner's energy used to be there, like living in this area a lot. It happened to me, not in terms of energy, but in terms in my room itself. I noticed that there's a dark spot in my wall now when I go into my room.
It's called
It's
mold.
called black hole.
No, it's called mold.
I thought it was glory hole.
Glory hole. That's the person's fetish, lah.
Maybe the water is leaking.
No, I checked the water.
It's your house, is it?
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
room. So previously it was
Should
just
ask you, brother, lah, why? Why got glory hole?
Why your mind? Why do you always go there?
He said it. You didn't ask him, but you asked me.
No, he said it once in a while. But you are very focused on the topic, Chris, do you want to come out in this episode?
yeah. So basically, it's like a shadow figure of my body lah. When it's like on the wall. Back then, the wall was just like cream white.
Maybe there's just a light hitting you in your shadow.
No, but then when I turn off the light, everything is just there's still that figure like that.
Maybe
on
when
the
you
wall.
were sweating, you leaned on it.
So I actually went online and do some research. Apparently, it's true that sometimes if you stay so much on one spot, right? Sometimes it creates a marking. Yeah, even if it's just a shadow, just like not.
So like a sunburn lah.
Yeah, on the wall.
So the wall got sunburned lah.
So if you notice, we go to old buildings and everything. By the time you move away the furniture, you can see all that markings, everything.
Wait,
Yeah.
so how long were you standing in your room like that? For that to happen, you were standing there for a while.
Yeah. It has to take like decades for you to get that.
So they've never been.
Every day he get up, he goes stand next to the wall there. Every day.
Imagine he telling himself, one day you will make sense.
I can tell this in podcast.
No, it's just beside my computer table, okay? It's a sitting position, the wall's just beside. And they've never been to my room before, but I actually have one of these studio lighting in the room where it just blasts on my face when I'm doing live streaming. So it creates that shadow figure on the white wall. Yeah.
The more you explained it, the less scary it sounded.
Yeah, but basically, energy will transfer into the rooms and all that lah, in housings, okay? So probably what she experienced was probably some energy that happened, and I can feel some presence right now.
I'm transferring my energy to Leonard.
But clear, seeing something vivid, clear presence, right? It's because usually it happens in a very blurry image.
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
see ghosts, it's like it's like blurry thing. But if someone see very clear, it's like there's a person. Most of the time you hear this thing. So I don't know how to say this thing. Like because I have never seen a clear person and it's like ghost.
Yeah.
I always seen a ghost like when I was young, like a vivid thing, like something shadowy or something like white color thing moving around.
It's just like a light or something.
Something
that.
like that's how I have seen. But I've never seen people like
How the movies have shown, right?
yeah,
Like
how the movie have
face,
shown.
yeah.
So it's always like I feel like confirm it's fake. So when people tell me the story also, it's like because I have never seen that way.
Yeah.
So how's your experience with that?
Ghosts, eh?
Because like, what do you think when people say that I see clearly, like just now there's someone like you?
They just went for IMAX lah, that's all.
So here's the thing, when people say they seen ghosts,
Yeah.
I will first like, okay, I'm curious about what you seen. But the more they explain it, the more I feel like, okay, you're bullshitting. Like,
Because it's over-explaining.
they over-explain it.
Yeah, the
But
detail, the fabric,
detail,
how it was.
we're not shooting Pixar movie all together. Different. If you can look at someone until the fabric is there, right, you're not bullshitting.
The white fabric on the lady's clothes just now. Actually, it's not just white, it's off-white.
So, okay, this is the story that I heard. Okay, this is always happens with people.
Yeah.
I heard this when I was in production. So, I helped someone. Then I don't want help in the first place, but I was there.
Yeah.
So
They
people
gave
in
you
production now and all.
So now
It's very helpful, right? It's not.
They gave you food, right?
No, they didn't give me anything. That's the problem. So the person asked me to hold the light at the dark places. lah. So I was like, whatever. I just play my phone. The thing was just felt. Then this guy is like, I was like, fuck. Oh shit, I should have hold it. Now the light is a bit dented and it's broke at the corner. Then I was like, oh shit. Then after that, the person
Came
tell
to
me,
you.
okay, it's okay, never mind, no problem. I said, why? Oh, because there's a ghost, one mom and child, right? Push the light. I was like, oh God.
Damn.
It was my fault, but the person didn't notice. The person believed that it's a ghost. This is the one
Yeah.
doing.
Okay, let's be honest. You were on your phone.
No,
Okay, there was you. You're not concentrating, so you
Yes.
would not know even the ghost came in.
because I was the one that saw in front of the light is falling in front of me.
Also,
And
the
you
fact-
didn't bother catching it.
I was about to catch, but my phone is in my hand. I was like, how do I catch it? The phone. Okay, it dropped. Then the funny thing is,
Funny thing.
that another person said that, yeah, I also saw the kid and the mom. Then everyone see the mom and kid. How come I just in front of me, the light fell, but I didn't see, but everyone else
Okay,
said me.
see, here's the thing. The logic is when the light would have been here, right? You playing on the phone here. They would have pushed it and you would have seen it going down. But you didn't see behind you.
No, the light was
In front of him.
It's in front of me. Okay, I was supposed to hold the light, and then the thing I didn't hold. It's just in front of me. It's like this close. And then I was like playing. I think I saw something falling. Then I was like, oh shit! I want to catch it, but it's too already.
See, the thing is, you're already there. If they come and push it like that, so you wouldn't know. Because you never look at your left and right.
I would have seen the present, right?
You already said what? Cannot see. Your chi very low. What?
Oh yeah. The chi is very low.
No, chi very high.
very, very, very high. You cannot see.
Oh yeah, my chi is very high.
That's why our
I'm
C-stand
sang chi lah.
Our C-stand all got a bit of crack here and there. I see.
That's all you should blame on the ghost, not me.
I won't blame the ghost. I'll blame you. Because I don't believe in ghosts. Next story, please.
All right. Story 3. The Missing Boys.
Okay lah. I know where this is going.
Pastor got involved.
Some people go to Fraiser's Hill to enjoy nature, strawberry parks, and the fresh air. Others, like the people in this story, went all the way to Fraiser's Hill to go jungle trekking. The story goes that a group of 3 boys, 2 brothers and their cousin, from Singapore had already trekked one of the less intense trails and wanted to try another more challenging one. So, one morning, the father took them to this place called Muar Cottage. He decided to wait for them at the other end of the trail where they would meet up after about an hour to go for lunch. Apparently, one of the boys was even overconfident as he was the Boy Scout in school. Many hours had passed, and the father was still waiting. He started to panic and reported the missing case immediately. Not long after that, the search began. The police, canine tracking units, and the army weren't having any luck finding the boys, so they called in a professional scout called Senoy.
What?
Senoy. S-E-N-Y.
Senoy.
Yeah.
I never heard before. So there's a professional team in Malaysia, is it?
Yeah, that's the first name, I think.
Oh, there's a person's
Oh, no,
name.
it's not a person name. It's the Noise Scouts.
Senoy Scout.
The Night Scout, is it? You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
How do you know this? How do you know this?
I was part of it. I was part of the Senoy Scouts.
Such an annoying name, you know. Senoy, annoy. What, is it like a acronym?
No.
No,
So it's actually they named
name.
it.
Yeah.
How did they come up?
Senoy
Can you imagine
Scouts.
like as a group, right? They come, okay, we need to come up with a name.
Snoring.
Snoy. Snoy. I like that name. Vote in, all in.
Some of the normal people tracking the boys at Fraiser's Hill were allowed to follow the scouts as they began. There, they witnessed something astonishing. As part of the ritual, the scouts had prayed to the guardians of the jungle to give them guidance to help find the boys. One of them had placed a burning cigarette into the soil and waited. Suddenly, the cigarette butt that was suspended in the dirt started to bend, and the smoke pointed to the right direction. Once they followed that, they eventually found the boys. Everyone around was so happy that the boys were safe. But that excitement turned into confusion when they started to retell their experience of being missing. The boys were said to be at a junction when one of them suddenly heard music. Then, as he turned around, he saw that he looked like a strange and beautiful world filled with colorful objects looking back at him.
Jack looking it back.
Yeah, it's just like that.
I can
Imagine
see
like
stuff.
colorful place, Sunny just like staring back, like that kind of thing.
You know,
You're just looking into
the
it.
boys could have been high.
Yeah. I think
A very, very easy explanation. They could have been high.
I think he's on LSD lah.
Okay. When a Singaporean comes to Malaysia to go to a jungle to hike, there's probably the flow got high.
Or maybe in Fraser's Hill, someone was planting, you know.
Magic mushroom. The
Magic
first thought that like, I
mushroom.
can cook it and eat it. But cook the wrong mushroom lah.
Yeah, probably. Because that's the only way you can see colorful worlds in front of you.
Yeah, colorful world.
But I'm very curious to know how the cigarette butt just bend like that.
I think as it burns, you just, automatically bends.
Yeah, even though it bends, right, it could, like cigarettes are quite straight.
Yeah.
Even if they burn, right, they burn in a very straight
No.
way.
It will bend.
It'll bend. Yeah,
It'll
the
bend,
ash.
is it?
The ash
It will bend. Ash will bend.
The ash will bend, is it? So
Yeah.
the cigarette didn't bend, is it?
No.
It's not going to bend like that. Like, it's just like the
As it
ash.
burns.
Once it burns completely,
It
it
drops.
will started to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
But they followed the smoke.
See,
the direction.
I don't smoke, so I don't know.
It's not, you don't have to smoke
Yeah.
to know all this shit.
It's
I don't touch
phy-
cigarette.
You burn a paper, so it's the same thing. Okay?
Paper will just like fly like that. Like just straight up.
It's a roll of paper there.
The roll of paper so goes Google like that. It will
Because
just
no, they
drop
put
right?
it, they stick it on the
What?
floor.
Okay, later we burn a paper and see. If it doesn't go like that, right, I'll burn your head.
It's already burned. What you want to do?
I'll burn your beard.
It's a KGF beard. Don't touch it.
He had to check it out, so the boys walked. After walking quite a distance, they looked around and the world had disappeared. They were back in the jungle and they were lost. Now, according to the Sonoy Scouts, that junction was as run down as they came. It was just a basic muddy junction, and there was no way that the boys could have been entranced by it. Even to walk around the area of the jungle would have been tough, as they would have to detour around the huge bamboo grove and go down the slope to end up where they did. How did they manage to do this?
Again,
He was high.
he was high.
Yeah,
That's an easy explanation to
Yeah,
this.
the easiest way to explain
Okay,
it.
they were high. Okay,
How many boys again? Only three boys.
boys.
Three boys.
Okay, they took it in a gang. This magic mushroom or LSD. Confirm.
Or the jungle itself already covered with, the surroundings with that.
Or there is some kind of.
Maybe the jungle, inside the jungle is like that avatar, this thing, It's like the hidden, it's like the hidden world for the Navis.
now what?
The
Navis. The Navis, right? That's what they call themselves, right?
I haven't watched Avatar in such a long time. I haven't heard the name.
Why suddenly mine gets so loud?
Because you are a loud person, what?
you change something, is it?
no one changed anything.
Okay.
Oh, the ghost changed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Suddenly, they wanted me to shut my mouth, I guess. Because I'm telling the truth
About what?
about they take the LSD.
I honestly, okay, let's be honest with you. Like, I've heard a lot of stories, and a lot of people, they can see this colorful thing, and together is usually very, very high.
No, recently also I watched a documentary. I forgot what is the documentary about, but
About LSD.
about LSD thing. It also creates when you go to certain jungle and everything, the chemical reaction changes in that environment. It causes you to create an illusion.
Hallucinate lah.
Yeah, it's similar to magic mushroom kind of thing, because sometimes when you inhale the thing, when you go to, this is also scientific explanation about how you see a ghost. Okay, now So if you go to empty building, why you see sometimes you see a ghost and all this kind of thing, it's because of the so long that environment was closed or enclosed.
Yeah.
So there's no oxygen, all this kind of stuff. So it creates illusion also. There are
Yeah.
so many reasons that someone can get illusion of ghost because of the oxygen levels, that chemical things, and like they call it even algae.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing, the green color thing,
Yeah, yeah.
that is the scientific actually have proven that they give to some people, certain people, to smell it, and then after that
They hallucinate, yeah.
They started to hallucinate, like they're saying that some white figure was standing beside them, or a black figure was standing beside. So they have multiple things that they're seeing and feel at the same time.
Yeah,
so
there are
they're
so
saying
many,
that
many
there's so
factors.
many.
There
So
are so
in
many
that
factors.
jungle could be like these kind of things. Could be they have stabbed or they have passed by it. So it could create this kind of an illusion.
What if, by taking all these things, right, you seeing the fifth dimension?
Yeah, what if, right?
Oh.
That's when you.
That's what
That's what I said, lah. Y'all
No,
met
that's what-
they
that's-
met the Navis.
No, that's what every people who take the drug would say, that they see the fifth dimension.
Yeah. They see the truth.
They see the truth.
Like I would actually like I would want to know as a scientist, right? Would they actually like do an experiment just to figure like this would be we're doing this for experiment reason? They take LSD and
No,
they do
They do, lah.
They did.
Yeah.
A lot of scientists they did it. They took the LSD. Even I don't know who's the guy. The first guy, he felt like everything. He thought like he's seeing in a different dimension, but actually it's not.
Yeah.
It's all illusions. Because your eye capable of picturing certain thing, but it creates lights and it creates all kind of illusions.
I know this is because I don't know if you guys know about the Hubble telescope.
No.
Okay, so the Hubble telescope is recently they launched it. It's a 10-year program and they launched it in space recently. Okay, and the way the Hubble telescope is, it's still ongoing. It's still going to its location. The way it's outside of Mars area.
Yeah.
So it's going outer of Mars, and that's the furthest we have sent a satellite with, and it's an infrared satellite.
Yeah.
Okay, the idea of the infrared satellite is because we as humans we are not capable of watching a lot of gases.
Yeah, we cannot sense.
So we cannot see a lot of things. But this infrared causes us. So let's say this is the Big Bang, right? Let's say this point is the Big Bang. From here to here, right, is where we are. So from here, we only can see up to here, this much. But with the Hubble telescope, we can see up to here.
Yeah, just by
Because-
using infrared thing.
Infrared. But in such a way, right, it's one side is extremely heat, that means the sun is heating, and another side is extremely cold. So it just is 4 layers that is separating the cold and heat. But the idea is, through that Hubble telescope, they could see passage of time. Like how our Earth became, or how the universe was born, because we see light a bit later, remember, light travel?
yeah.
So we don't see it exactly how it is. So because of that, when they see the infrared, even though it's billions and billions light away, that means they are seeing billions of years ago what was happening. So in a way, we are actually seeing real time what happened in the past. So we will know actually how the Big Bang actually happened.
Yeah.
By
So-
creating this.
They already created it. It's already going up. But we will know close to the beginning of time.
Yeah.
But this is because of the distance, right?
Yeah.
You're able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So theoretically, right, you'll be able to see the beginning of time. Okay. So close to the beginning of time because we don't get to see the last part of it because infrared only goes so much.
Yeah.
So how they read these things is because it's capturing all the gases, we know what gases are coming from which time and we know how far is it. So we're able to have a picture of the universe when it started.
Like,
when it started.
you can see a picture.
Like,
No, and they can calculate a picture of
Calculate.
how...
no, you can see it.
Literally?
You can see it. It's like infrared. They color graded a bit. You know how one of the girl recently found, I don't know whether you know, recently found the exact picture of a black hole.
Oh, the...
Like how interstellar look.
Yeah.
It's found like a spot like that.
Yeah. The
But-
orange color.
Yeah, but you color grade it, you can find it. So the Hubble telescope will be able to find out how the process of the beginning of time happened. Sort of very close to it because we can't see the end of it because it's not far enough.
Yeah.
But it's still ongoing. It only reached its destination, I think, in 2 or 3 months' time. And the time it goes in for research and everything, it's close to a 15-year project. And so many governments are involved in it. But the only thing is, it can never come back.
Yeah.
So if there's any problem with it, it fails. So they took 10 years to make the thing. And it's such an interesting thing because that tells you like how much, because our eyes don't see a lot of things, there's so many things we cannot see that is happening in front of us. And that's what I think we're limited. And I think people like LSD and they see a lot more colors. And they see the fraction of light is because that's how people calculate what happened around us. And I think so I think that's why the Hubble telescope is such a invention of time. Because, the other problem was when they were making it, the reason why it took 10 to 12 years, 2 years was figuring out the name.
Okay.
Another 2 years was figuring out how they're going to transport this without it getting torn apart. It took so many. I'll show you all a 5-minute documentary in Vox or something. You can watch it. Maybe we'll link it down below.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to know, and it's going to make us rethink what we know about how we think we know about, like, all this light and all these matters, ghosts and dimensions and everything. It will teach us again how to define all these things again.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting time because it's going to be a lot of discovery. By our lifetime, we may not be able to discover a lot more things.
Yes.
Because in our lifetime, they'll be like figuring out a lot of experiment. But the next generation, the upcoming generation, you guys would have the best thing because the way you would think about physics and everything is changing. It will be changed. It will be a lot more things to change. And because of that technology, communication and how we view internet, everything is going to change.
Yeah, even the medical field, knowing how our body works.
Yeah, everything will change. And that is such a huge discovery. And I hope I'll be alive until
To see it.
to see it. But it's such a huge, huge thing.
Achievement that a human, mankind can actually achieve.
That bringing back to the ghost.
Next evolution.
Yeah.
We went all the way to space to find out about this FRASER'S ghost.
But coming back to it is basically what he's trying to say is that gases and all that, right? So what Kris was trying to explain also was, I think, we don't see it in the air, right? What happens? Sometimes there are pollens or things that happen in Earth itself could be affecting us.
Because we don't have any explanation.
Could be affecting us.
So all these things is like, even that all this chemical reaction, let's say even alcohol, how it reacts and everything, if without scientific explanation, you would probably think, it's a magical thing. Once you drink, right, you feel very high, you can feel you can imagine, you can lose all your sadness and you can feel happy. But actually, it releases dopamine and that's all. It's a very simple thing. So that's how it works, right? So ghosting also can be similar to that. A lot of chemical reactions, a lot of things work.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is. What do you think about it?
Yeah, only here on Toss Up, you all will get to see all. We adding space into how we think ghosts exist, alcohol,
And I
drugs.
I think that's an interesting
we go quite far, to find out what actually happened.
It's true. It's a deep topic, deep dive into
deep dive
understanding.
topic.
Yeah.
Why talk about ghosts when you can bring science into it?
Yeah, bring science and drugs and medicines.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening this on podcast, thank you for listening to it in the podcast because I understand you all like to see our faces. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can get notification when the next video comes out. And also follow us on our social media because we update very regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Very
Follow us.
interesting. I'm a very interesting person.
Yeah.
With that being
there's
said,
no need. Just follow me.
I'm Jiven.
I'm Leonard. Leonard FTW on Instagram.
Ian, Steven.
And I'm Kris.
We'll see you in the next episode. This is the Toss Up.
Ciao.
See you.
Ciao.
Bye.